Good morning. Welcome to Rockfish Farm. So we've been a little quiet around here. We've been trying to get through the last little bits of winter and early spring and get a bunch of stuff done. And we also were very sick this winter. So anyways, I'm back. I'm getting ready to do a lot of planting. We'll probably just do one video per week. You can expect it on Fridays. But I wanted to update you today a little bit about some of the projects that we did on video with you all, and just to kind of update you all where we're at. So you see I'm standing here in this field. This is the field that we have frost seeded earlier this year. I believe we did it in late January, maybe February. We did an orchard grass seed and we laid it, and we did not do anything with it. We did do a little bit of straw. It did come up better where we put the straw, but overall it did really well. Like I'm impressed with it. We have been letting the horses graze over here, so it doesn't look quite as long, but it did grow up nice. And I mean, as soon as that warm weather hit, it was like up, and it was filling in spots that I have a hard time getting seed in the regular grass seed laying season. You know, we're getting ready to lay some fescue in May, but you know, overall this did really well, and I will probably do this every year from here on out. I'll probably actually do it early like I did in January, and next year I'm going to try to do the fescue along with it, because apparently you could do the warm season grasses too. It just holds until that warm weather hits. So all right, that's it for the frost seeding. That was a success. Let's head over to the garden and show you what I've done over there. I almost need to wear a coat out here. It's so chilly. So we're here in the last week of April. I feel like we've had some warm days and then some cold nights still. But anyways, I'll show you what we got going on in here. All right, the garden is a bit of a mess still, so just try to overlook that. We're still trying to get everything set up, ready to go for the planting season. But this New Dawn rose, it is getting some little buds on it. I cannot wait to see this thing in bloom. It's really looking nice. I pruned it to go up over this arbor, over the entryway, and then I've also left some over there so that it can climb up the fence. I moved one of my peonies, so this one, as you can see, it kind of opens like a creamy peachy color. I rearranged some of this stuff here. This is an open spot that I'm still working on. I got this area planted up yesterday, and this is a Truffula Pink Gomphrena. Those will get huge. These are Russian sage. Also, they smell so good, and they also get pretty big. I transplanted that from up at the house, and then I added in some Supertunia honey. Those are going to be so pretty with that light purple and pink. It's just going to be a nice contrasty color down here. So that will fill in this entire triangle right here. These roses right here, they will get moved. I do not like these right here. So that will open up a chunk of space right here in the front. These, not stock. Well, no, it's not stock. What is it? Oh, snapdragons. I started these from seed last year. They have not bloomed like this at all, like last year. I mean, they're beautiful this year. So I transplanted those over here. I'm trying to work in this area this year. So I want to go from this left side over here all the way down to where you see that color at least. Like this is my focus area. So this is what I've gotten planted up so far. Look at that color. I hope you can see from the sun. I still have a little bit more stuff to add. So I'll have a spot right here that'll be opened up for some annuals. I'm going to be planting some foxglove. Let's see if I can get better lighting here for you. Some foxglove back in here in a little drift. And by the time the boxwoods and the forsythia and the red twig dogwood get big, you know, this will be pretty full in here. And when I get those foxglove in there, they get pretty tall. And so it'll be a nice backdrop to this wonderful peony that I picked up yesterday. Look at that thing. That is gorgeous. This is a highlight peony, and I think it pairs well with, that's going to be the Gara, that's light and white and flowy. But check out this color combo. I am so in love with this area. It is so, so pretty. Transplanted these heuchera, the lime green heuchera. I had 4 of them from my window boxes from early spring when I planted them. And so I brought them down here. I thought it'd be a nice pop of color with all of these other colors we got going on here. This is Cat's Pajamas Nepeta. So this will bloom right now, and then it'll kind of dull out. You can shear it all back, and then it'll rebloom again at the end, or like maybe early fall. And then we have some dianthus. This is coral, it's proven winners. I'll have to look up the name, coral something. And then freesia. This stuff right here, I had to plant it right near the edge because it smells so, so good. All right, we got 3 of those back here in this empty spot. So starting about here, and it'll swoop in front of those lime green bushes a little bit, will be an At Last rose, and those are like an apricot color. And I just think that is gonna add so much. These are Sunshine Ligustrum, and I was gonna do something else, but I wanted something that keeps the color in the wintertime, because a lot of this stuff, being a perennial bed, it dies back in the wintertime. So I wanted something that kind of held on to something. So Sunshine Ligustrum does. It might just kind of like blaw out a little bit, but it'll hold its leaves. So that'll be some nice color in the wintertime. And let's see, around the bird bath, I have verbena. Those get really tall with airy purple blooms on them, so it should just kind of engulf that bird bath. This right here, I've got a small drift of Daisy May daisies, so those bloom white with yellow centers. I mean, just adding to this meadow sage here. This stuff I planted last year, and this year it's just really taken off. I mean, and by the 3rd year, you know, it'll just be beautiful. It'll start really getting a lot thicker, but they just add so much. Back here are Autumn Joy sedums that I've carried from like house to house that we've been in. They actually came from my parents' garden up in Maryland, and so they've made it all the way here to Rockfish Farm. Let's see here. I did plant some Supertunia Vista snowdrifts here yesterday, and these get huge. And the great thing about the Proven Winners petunias, I will only buy Proven Winners petunias, except for this one variety that I start from seed, but you don't need to deadhead them. And they just bloom their heads off all season long. You give them some fertilizer, because they do pack out the blooms, but give them some weekly fertilizer, bi-weekly, and they will just like cover this area. I can't wait to show you. There is a Coreopsis ground cover in here. I think it got nipped by the cold. It came back earlier, and then we just had that really big cold spell. So it is starting, you can kind of see it's starting to come back there. Back here, I just planted some Senorita Rosalita cleomes. Those get like 3 to 4 feet tall. So I thought this would just kind of add a lot of height to this area. It's kind of where I'm stopping for this year. And let's see. Oh, there's the cat. Oh, this peony, I just love it. They're getting ready to come and mulch in here. This is a non-dyed mulch so that I could plant some vegetables in it if I wanted to. Let's see what we got going on here. This is my next area coming up. Not gonna go over that. This looks a mess right now, but it's gonna be so pretty. But I do wanna show you, let's see, the grapevines. Oh, I cleaned them up. You can see I've got piles of grapevines that I just cleared out, and they were loaded with grape clusters. Let's see. So these will bloom, and then each will become a grape cluster there. Let's see if I can get a good view. All right, so had those all cleaned up. Still tons of grapes left on them. There's one, that one back there didn't make it. So, and there's another one at the back side that it really didn't make it last year. I thought it was dead, but now this year it's kind of coming to life there a little bit. So we're gonna leave that, see what it does. The hardy kiwi, I planted on a video before last year, I think, last spring. That's taking off and doing really well. However, the blackberries, I pruned this thing up because it was loaded. Each of these flowers will become a blackberry. I mean, you can see how many white flowers are on this thing. It's awesome. Just replaced a blueberry yesterday that had died, didn't make it. But these were all ordered from I believe Burpee, and except for that one. And this one actually, according to the tag, I'll have to remember the name of it, but well, let's see here. Silver Dollar Blueberry. I need to put that back on there. Silver Dollar Blueberry. It actually apparently gives you a load of crops in the spring, or May, and then or June. I think this one's early June. And then it will give you another crop in the fall. So that's pretty cool. And so all of these are looking good. I mean, they were really small when they came to me. So they're starting to get loaded. I think this one came from a store. So they're always bigger when you can get them from the store. But sometimes you just want a certain variety. Yes, I see you. You need attention. Strawberries are loaded. A couple weeks and we will have a ton. All right, real quick, I'm just gonna take you up, show you what I've done. I've got so much stuff going on out here. This is a work in progress. We'll have to go over that. Getting ready to finish this out. The pathways will be mowed down and have black plastic on them. So we're just a little bit behind. I did have some help, and my brother was helping me. And then we kind of ran out of time with his help. So let's see. This just goes to show you. So I filled all these beds over the winter time with rotted horse manure. And then I'm topping them because I don't like the way that they look with that. So I topped it with some nice dark soil. And I've got my potatoes planted in here. And I've got some onions planted here along with some more potatoes. But this just goes to show you. So I did this bed much earlier than the rest. And then I planted an early crop. And we did this on video. And I covered it with this cover. And you can see last year, so these are the same variety of peas that I planted last year. They're called First 13. They're from Burpee. They are so delicious. They're regular peas, not snap peas. And last year, both crops, spring and fall, they turned yellow, shriveled up, and died. And I think it's because of the soil. And then I came in, I just put manure in here, let it sit, and now they are thriving. I haven't touched these. No fertilizer, no nothing. Just cut back all of the arugula there, and you can see all of my lettuce is taking off. Spinach is looking pretty good. I've got parsley and cilantro going over there. So this is just a nice early spring bed to pick from. I do see some Swiss chard in there a little bit. It's hiding under the peas. All right, so that's it for here. I still got to fill the rest of the beds, top them, turn them, and top them. We got some herbs that made it through the winter, so we're gonna kind of top dress all these, get the drips reset, because I've got to pull it all out to turn it and then put it back in there. So this one's ready to go. So I need to get that work done. The hydrangeas we moved from the house. These get 6 to 8 feet tall, so I wanted to put them here so that they could just do their thing and may not have to worry about their size. But I'm so excited to see that they all 5 made it from the house. Boxwood hedge is going to go in this year. It may not be till fall, but we might get it done here soon. Let's see. We're going to put some trees on either side of those arbor. Those are coming soon. I'm taking those out of the pots at the road, and then we're going to plant sweet peas crawling up over that arbor that I have started. So this cat is playing. All right, I want to head down to the barn, show you where we're at with the barn, and then we'll be done. All right, we are down here at the barn. I had to put on a coat because it's a little chilly, but everybody now has their nameplate up. We were missing one. When the last video, we were still searching for a horse. So anyway, so this is Hershey, which you've met. I'll introduce you to the new one. But so 5-stall barn. It's an open shed row style barn. We've got electricity now, and I can't remember if you saw that in the last video or not, but we have the electricity. We've got floodlights, upper lights. We've got lights in every stall there. Where am I? There I am. Okay, and I'll show you the new horse first. So we've got Reese's Pieces, and she has been amazing. She has been exactly what we've been looking for my middle daughter. She is a paint, and she is 5, almost 6 years old, and so we call her Reese, and she is sweet. I mean, So sweet. And Applejack, this is my boy. Hey, sweet boy. Hey, sweet boy. I love him. Okay, so we've got, let me see here. The feed room we've gotten cleared out because the tack room is almost done. So feed room is now pretty much just a feed room except for a little bit of tack because we're still waiting on tack lockers, and that should be here by the end of May. Yes, I see you. I see you sticking your head out there. All right, so we still have to find the tongue and groove to match the stalls. We were out, we're still looking for it. I think we may have found some. So we still have to get that across the front here, but I'm gonna turn you around and show you the tack room. All right, so pretty much what is left on the barn, like I said, the front siding here, the door here, and then each stall will have a Dutch door on the back. You can see we just have it kind of closed off there right now, but each stall will have a Dutch door with top and bottom. So this is the tack room right here. So across the whole back wall will be tack lockers. So all of the stuff that you see will be inside of the tack locker, and then that will get hung on the door. That is just like their helmet covers. They have to match. So they have saddle pads with matching helmet covers with matching, I'm sorry, that was the ear bonnet. And then here is matching helmet covers. So everything's got to match. So all of this will be inside there. We hung up some pictures. We're going to fill each one of these grooves. We're going to leave the ceiling open, and all of this will get painted white. So we'll put pictures up in each of those little grooves there. And then there'll be like 15 inches or so on this side. So we're going to build out a little space where we could put 2 clothing rods so that these can get hung like you would in a closet rather than up and down like that, because it'll just be a little bit easier. But so let's see here. We've got a pantry cabinet over here, a small refrigerator. The girls have to have, this thing's already a mess, but they had to have, their dream was a freezer with popsicles. So that's what we've got. Nothing in the refrigerator, just for the freezer. They call this the beautifying cabinet. So we've got all the hoof polish and show sheen and all that kind of stuff, some extra stuff up there. And then down here is treats, some shipping boots, some training ropes. And then over here we've got upper and lower cabinetry with a little bit of a countertop there. And so we've got a basket with some rags and their braiding kits. And then just some random stuff here. They must have used that. And we've got a drawer just for some random stuff here. And then down here is all of their wash stuff. So whether you're washing tack or the horses, you can find it all down here. That's it. We're excited. It's almost done. I can't wait for it to all be done, because then next is fencing. We just scooted this fence down so that we didn't have to mow so much, but we're going to be putting all of this. You can see we've got the wood fence up at the top. We're going to be continuing it down here. We just didn't know how we wanted to put it until the driveway was in and all that kind of stuff, which I think y'all saw the driveway last time when we were on here. Maybe you didn't, I don't know. But anyways, it's all coming to an end, and it feels good. We've done it all ourselves, my dad and my husband Robert, and they've done an amazing job. But it's a job, weekend after weekend after weekend, and it's a lot, but it's worth it. We've saved a ton of money, a ton, doing it ourselves, but it is difficult. But it's good to be in the home stretch here. So anyways, I am off for the day, and thanks for watching, and we're gonna get planted here soon. Hope y'all have a great day. See ya.